So congratulations reaching the 100-point
Thank
mark
you.
in the NLL. I mean, you did it pretty quick too. I don't think anybody really had a question when you came into this game. All you needed was 2 points. How does it feel?
To be honest, I had no idea it was coming. I guess it feels pretty good, but even better, we got it in a win. So that's all that matters.
I mean, you look at this team, and we talked before about really last week, this offense was still getting their shots off. It was just that it wasn't hitting every time. I mean, did you just were you more dialed in on the offensive side?
Yeah, it was just sticking to the course, sticking to our game plan. We knew we had to have a big offensive game eventually. We have too much talent. We work too hard to keep putting up 7 goals, 10 goals, numbers like that. So we knew it was going to come. We just had to stay to the course.
I've heard all day the game plan, the course. What is the game plan?
It's just to play our brand of ball, just work as hard as we can, win the game in between the lines, and that's basically it.
I mean, somebody who worked as hard as they possibly could today was Thomas Avella. He scores his first 2 goals in the NLL. How nice is it to see this guy who came through preseason and everything now getting into the NLL and getting a goal?
No, it was great. All the guys were happy on the bench when he scored that first one, and it definitely lifted the morale. He's been grinding this whole year, so it was good to finally see it pay off.
One of the biggest differences we've seen in the team this year is in transition, and you guys are an outstanding offensive unit when you play 5-on-5, but you get that extra kind of pep in the step when the transition plays so well. Talk about the transition game tonight, how important they were to this victory.
Yeah, there's so many talented guys back there that can go a full 60 minutes running up and down the floor. Reeser, Gilly, both Gillies, and a couple other guys as well back there. So they're kind of the motor of this team. We know we're a very good 5-on-5 team in defensive and offensive end. So when we win the transition game as well, we know the game's probably going to come out in our favor.
Just how important is it to have a guy like Ryan Hartley on the backstop when he's just on his game like he was tonight, especially for the first 55 minutes of the game?
Yeah, it's awesome. He's definitely our rock back there, and when he's hot, and he's one of the best goalies in this league for a reason. He's still very, very young, which is also great. So he'll be around for a long time, but he's a very good goaltender.
I mean, you talk about your feeding. It's kind of what some like to think is the highlight of your game, right? And you have Connor Fields and Holden Catoni on this team. Connor Fields breaks Holden Catoni's record from last season for single-season goals tonight. I mean, just having those 2 lefty forwards to feed into, how has it been this year?
Yeah, it makes my job a lot easier. When you got 2 shooters like that, especially when they're hot, it's just kind of you give it to that side of the floor and the ball just seems to find its way in. So it's making our offense that much more dynamic.